Well, good morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning. It's it's December 30th, and I kind of missed you guys. Took a couple days off from these as we came back from New York, and then yesterday was more of a garage day. Um, but this is your friendly robot reporting in. It's Saturday morning, and that means it's catch-up day for me. So the laundry's going. Got a nice little fire going. It snowed a little bit last night, and so I wanted to come back in and do a kitchen table session with you. Pushed you up a little bit, so maybe I'm not talking down to you so much. Just trying different things to make this more fun or attractive for you. So we talked a little bit about planning, and so Saturday is my catch-up day. By noon I'll be done. I'll do my cleaners, take care of my farm, do the banking, do all the stuff that needs to be done, the laundry like I already talked about. But by noon, I should be done today, and maybe I'll be able to go out and play in the garage a little bit. We need to get some things done in the garage. Now that the construction's done and the insulated doors in, we can actually turn the heat on, and now it'll become a climate-controlled garage for all those nice cars. So that should get done today. And this basic stuff. It needs a trash can, it needs a broom, it needs to get organized, things need to get labeled. So hopefully I'll be able to spend 2 or 3 or 4 hours in the garage today getting that done. Certainly show it to you. I mean, if there's anything really to show you, we'll get back in the garage today and we'll produce a video do a car side of the channel today as well. So as I told you, I'm the robot. So here are my notes. I got my notes down here again. So I think we talked a little bit before about these things should probably have, two subjects. One from you when you all ask me questions, and then one that I bring from my thoughts. And so the one that came in from you guys a couple of days ago was actually, what do I look for in an interview? So I do want to talk about that because I have a very specific answer that I want to give you. And then the other one I want to bring from my life to you is the question of, do you run your day, or does your day tend to run you? So those are the two topics. So let's just jump into number one. And the question I translated into is, how do I interview? If someone has made it to my level and is sitting before me, and this is a good format because it's almost like you're in the chair. Right? We're sitting this close. We're talking, I'm interviewing you, and I really tell somebody a couple things. One is, it's really meant to be a two-way conversation. It's not really an interview as much as it is a conversation between two people who are about to embark upon a risk decision together. It's just as risky for you to take my job as it is for me to offer it to you. And so I try to start out with that basic level of respect that I realize we're both trying to make a decision here. And so I'm going to take you through, there are really four types of things I look for, and I'm going to categorize them in this way. And this is pretty much exactly how I conduct the interview. These are almost the exact questions I ask, and I'll just walk through them with you. And then just understand that in a real situation, what I'd be doing is asking this question of you, and then listening to the answer and kind of working through the answers that I get back before moving on to the next set. So it might seem a little bit artificial here, but these are what I ask. So the first thing I really ask you when I sit down is, why are you here? And the bigger context for that question is, what is going on in your life that puts you in that chair? I mean, in the largest sense of the question, in the largest context I could give you is, why are you here? What's going on in your world that you are looking for the job, and that this job is attractive to you? Is there something going on in your personal life, in your professional life? Did the company change? So I'm really looking for, why are they here? And there are things I'm listening for that are red flags, and there are things I'm listening for that are direct hits. The red flags are somebody's just mad that they haven't had a raise in a long time, or they feel they've got a new boss and their boss is trying to screw them. Those are sort of red flags. Or somebody's looking to move just because their commute, it really sucks and they're just looking for a better commute. Those aren't reasons that I'm looking for to hire somebody. I'm looking for, hey, the mission you guys support is something I've always wanted to be a part of. I've always loved the FBI, I've always loved the DOD, or I've always loved the U.S. Marshals. And you guys have a huge footprint there, and the job you're looking for fits me technically, and I love that mission. You know, that's the kind of thing I'm looking for. So again, why are you here, and what's going on in your life that puts you in that chair? And then the second one is I try to add a little bit of humor. I ask them, what do you want to be when you grow up? I don't care if you're 21 or 51. I ask that question, what do you want to be when you grow up? Because what I'm trying to solicit is, where are you headed? What are your life goals for you personally, for your career? Where are you headed? You know, do you even have a vision? Do you have any sense of what you want to be in life? Do you have any sense of what you want to contribute? And if you fall flat on that, it's a bit of a problem for me. And then so it's sort of a three-part question, and it's what do you want to be when you grow up? Where are you headed? And then most importantly, how do you feel that this job, this particular job, it fits along that path from where you are today to where you want to be? How does this job take you to the next step? And if there's no continuity between what you want to be when you grow up, where you're headed, and how this job fits on that path, that's a bit of a problem for me. Then we can work through it sometimes during conversation, but again, that's the point of that conversation or that question. So why are you here? What do you want to be? And the third one is, when I look across the resume, everybody's resume, mine included, has transitional points. You've made a decision to leave one thing and transition to another. And so what I do is I investigate each of those seams. I don't really investigate each job. I investigate the transition points from one point in your career to your next. What I'm looking for, every time you transition a job, I believe you have push factors, things that are pushing you away from the job you left, and pull factors, things that attract you to the job you moved to. And that's what I want to hear. For each one of your transition points, I want to hear what pushed you out of that job and what pulled you into the next one. And ending with your current position, what's pushing you away from that job and what's attracting you to mine. And I'm looking for, are they meaningful transition points in your life, or is it just angering out? You know, well, this company screwed me, and then this company screwed me, and then this company screwed me, and eventually what you're really looking for is for me to be the next company that screwed you. And I'm just not interested in that. So I'm looking for that theme, you know, or, hey, these guys surprised me, and it was a really big step for me. I got a lot more money for it. It was a mission I always wanted to get into. It used my skills much better. It put me on the path. You know, those are the types of answers I'm looking for. And then the last part's tricky because you don't want to get in trouble with interviewing law, but I always try to probe to see, are you stable enough to take this job? You know, in my world, people have to have full active, recently issued, valid, top secret clearances. So that screens out a lot of the issues that you might be facing. But even saying that, I still have people who live a life of cars breaking down and grandmothers getting sick and children having issues and husbands or wives treating them poorly, or, you know, it's just a myriad and unending supply of issues that cause them to not be able to get to work or stay at work or come to work every day, or work in an environment where their cell phone has to be locked in a locker. And so I'm kind of probing for that. How stable are we? And are we ready for a mission that makes you come into work every single day and work every day, all day long. And the reward for a good job yesterday was to get to come back in today, and the reward for doing it all week this week is to do it again next week. And have they demonstrated that in the past? Have they demonstrated the ability to commute into Washington, D.C., or to Quantico, Virginia, or Crystal City, Virginia, or wherever we're looking for them? Have they worked there before? Have they commuted there before? And has it worked for them? So those are the four big ones. Why are you here? What do you want to be? Let's talk about your transition points and how stable is life. And I don't mean job life, personal life. Then you get a general sense of that. And over the course of an hour, hour and a half, you really get a good conversation going. And if they open up and really talk to you, boy, that is a great tell. So I told you what I do. Now I want to talk to you about what I don't do, right? And I asked you before in the past to not talk like this too often. But I want to be clear, what I don't do in my interviews is technically vet somebody. We have, in my company, we make people come back 2, 3, 4 times. So we make people come into our place of business sometimes 3 times, sometimes 4 times. Once for an initial interview, once for a deep technical vetting, once to maybe meet me, and then once to come in and meet some of the team members. Because also what we're looking for is commitment. If somebody's like, well, God, it's a pain in the ass to come in there a 3rd time, I'm like, well, you're going to be coming in here every day. So if it's a pain 3 times, maybe you don't want it that badly. And so I don't do technical vetting. I let others do that. So you may or may not have that luxury, but I just wanted to be directly up front with you. So that's really it for my interview style, for what I look for in my interviews. It's 4 pretty hard-hitting stuff. People laugh sometimes when we sit down and get everyone who interviewed a candidate together, because a lot of times I'll tell them things about the candidate that they didn't know after talking with them for a week or 2, just because we sit and talk. It's not a machine gunning of the candidate. It's a conversation. So the second point I think that I wanted to bring to you from my life was this concept of who controls your day, who runs your day, who decides what you accomplish today. Because the concept I really want you to understand is someone's going to run your day. It's either going to be you or them. And them is the world. Them is the universe. Do you get up and get rolling? Do you know the 8 things you have to get done today, and are they on the list? And you just get up and get them done, and then let the day take over. And it's like I told you, the way I run my life, and maybe yours has to be the opposite. I don't really care how you do it. The thing I want you to be knowledgeable of is who are you running your day. And so I have 8 or 9 things I have to get done today. I mean, they're basic stuff. Grocery shopping, run to the bank, go to the cleaners, get a haircut, take care of my farm for a couple hours, But I will leave this video and go do those things and be done. And by, it's about 7 o'clock right now, and by 11, by noon, I'll be done. I'll have it all done. I'll have controlled my day to that point. And then I get to go, if the world lets me, I'll then get to the garage and I'll get some fun things done. And then when I'm done with that, we'll try to do some family things. So that's a pretty successful day for me. I don't just get up and go, hey, I wonder what's going to happen today. And I know a lot of people do that, and I would just be cognizant of saying you're going to do this and that and getting neither done, and the whole day's gone, and at the end of the day, you're like, God, my God, how did it get to be 5 o'clock? Or, I got to be over at Mom's by 6. I didn't have time to do anything today. It's just... really be honest about, did you run your day? Maybe today's a loss. I don't really know, but be careful about the commitments you make. Write them down, and schedule them into your day. And we talked a little bit about this a few videos ago, but for me, a foundational element is: do you control your day, or does your day run you? And if you can get good at running your day. And if you know what tomorrow is going to look like, literally tomorrow, Sunday, what's tomorrow look like? And if you can do that today, it pushes things one day further away from you and you can get some space. And then literally today, what does Monday look like? It's a holiday. It's the first. What do you want to do? What do you need to do? Literally, what does your day look like? And now you're thinking 2 days out. And so when somebody needs something, you can say, hey, I can't get it done today, but I'll be there Monday at noon, or I'll be Monday at 10, or I'll be there to help you. If you can just push that concept to the point where you're looking to, 7 to 14 days out, every day you get a little bit further out, it will transform your day. That's really all I have for you today. Those 2 items: how I interview and what, how I work my day. Guys, I hope this helps. I really don't have a whole lot else. I enjoy the content. I continue to enjoy these. It was kind of strange not doing them for a couple days. I really do enjoy your questions. You're driving the content. That's what every time I see somebody new that puts a comment in, I try to jump right back in on the comment and say thank you, and stay involved, stay connected, ask questions, drive the content of future videos. And a lot of you are choosing to do that. So thank you very much. Have a great Saturday. Maybe we'll do some car content tonight, and I'll see you again tomorrow morning. Bye, everybody.